Welcome back, everyone. Let's just dive right into today's explainer. We're tackling something that is happening inside millions of us right now, completely unnoticed until it's almost too late. We are looking at the hidden dangers of what the medical community calls the silent organ, your liver. We're going to break down some truly eye-opening insights from Dr. Sakamoto, a specialist in regenerative medicine, about how our liver actually cries out for help and why we so often just ignore it.
If you're in your 50s or beyond, let me ask you, how often do you wake up feeling completely drained or find yourself just dragging through the afternoon and chalk it up to getting older? It's so incredibly easy to blame our daily exhaustion on age or a crazy work schedule. But what if that lingering sluggishness isn't age at all? What if it's actually a desperate cry for help from a liver that is literally on the brink of collapse?
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll uncover the silent organ's SOS, look at some easily missed early signs, and explore the bizarre anomalies that happen in the body and mind. Then we'll cover the life-threatening symptoms before wrapping up with a really exciting new scientific hope, regenerative medicine.
All right, part 1, the silent organ's SOS.
You know, the fundamental problem with the liver is just how stoic it is. It doesn't have pain receptors complaining when things go wrong. Because of this, the damage happens in a vicious, totally silent cycle. First, you get repeated liver damage. Over time, as the liver tries to heal those injuries, it leads to step 2, fibrosis, or scarring. Eventually, that scarring piles up until we hit step 3, where the entire liver permanently hardens. By the time we reach step 4, the liver has lost its basic ability to detoxify or store nutrients, and the risk of developing liver cancer just absolutely skyrockets.
So the name of the game here is early detection. We have got to catch this before it reaches step 4. And Dr. Sakamoto outlines exactly 7 crucial warning signs that signal this downward spiral.
Which brings us to part 2, easily missed early signs.
Phase 1 of these symptoms is all about those everyday illusions, the subtle red flags people falsely attribute to just working too hard or not sleeping enough. Sign number 1 is jaundice and severe itching. What's happening here is a failing liver loses its ability to properly process bile. Instead of being filtered out, that bile actually backs up and flows backward into your bloodstream, spreading everywhere. This internal backup turns your skin and the whites of your eyes a shocking yellow. Sometimes even your urine will turn a dark, super noticeable yellow. It is a massive visual alarm that your liver function has dropped significantly.
Then there's sign number 2, unshakable fatigue and a sudden loss of appetite. When your liver is weak, its capacity to detoxify the body plummets. So if you have a drink or take some medication, your body just can't efficiently process and eliminate those toxins anymore. They literally linger in your system, leaving you with this profound toxic fatigue and sluggishness that a good night's sleep simply cannot fix.
Moving into part 3, anomalies in body and consciousness.
If those early signs are ignored, the disease progresses to phase 2. Things get weird. We start seeing highly unexpected physical transformations. Sign number 3 is brain fog and hand tremors. Now you might wonder, what does my liver have to do with my brain? Well, as cirrhosis advances, harmful substances like ammonia, which the liver usually clears out, start piling up in your body. This toxic ammonia travels straight to your brain, causing a condition called hepatic encephalopathy. Your consciousness gets super foggy, and it causes this very distinct flapping tremor in your hands. If your hands are shaking like that, your liver function is severely compromised.
Sign number 4 brings a really shocking hormonal shift: swollen breasts in men and bright red palms. When the liver stops working properly, it throws your entire endocrine system into total chaos.
Just look at the comparison here. In a healthy body, the liver breaks down hormones like estrogen, keeping a normal balance. But when the liver fails, estrogen breakdown is completely inadequate. This buildup of estrogen causes male breast tissue to swell, a condition called gynecomastia. It also makes the capillaries in the palms of your hands dilate, giving you a distinct blotchy red look known as palmar erythema. It's basically a visual map of a chemical breakdown inside your body.
This leads us to part 4, life-threatening, dangerous symptoms.
This is where the situation escalates dramatically. Phase 3 is all about critical system failures. Sign number 5 is severe edema, intense abdominal bloating, and shortness of breath. We aren't just talking about feeling a little puffy. We are talking about massive fluid buildup. Your legs swell so heavily that if you press your finger into your shin, the indentation just stays there. You develop ascites, which is this incredibly dangerous accumulation of fluid inside your abdomen that kills your appetite and makes you feel heavy. Even worse, fluid can pool in your chest, compressing your lungs and making it a real struggle just to breathe.
And this massive fluid buildup really comes down to one thing: albumin. This is a vital protein produced by the liver that acts kind of like a sponge, keeping water inside your blood vessels. When your liver is failing, albumin production crashes. Without enough of it, water literally leaks right out of your bloodstream and floods into your tissues, your legs, and your abdominal cavity.
Which brings us to sign number 6, bleeding tendencies and heart palpitations. As the liver hardens from cirrhosis, blood struggles to flow through it. This creates immense pressure in a major vein called the portal vein. That portal hypertension causes your spleen to dangerously enlarge, which then destroys your blood platelets and red blood cells. The result? Your blood won't clot properly, meaning you bleed super easily. Plus, the drop in red blood cells causes severe anemia. You might find yourself completely breathless, with your heart racing just from walking up a single flight of stairs, totally starved of oxygen.
And that brings us to the final, most terrifying red flag. Sign number 7, vomiting blood and severe hemorrhoids. Because that high-pressure blood we just talked about can't get through the hardened liver, it panics and desperately seeks alternative routes. It forces its way into the fragile veins of your esophagus, stomach, and rectum, making them balloon outward. If the ones in your esophagus rupture, it results in sudden, massive, and highly dangerous vomiting of blood. Down below, that backed-up blood creates extremely painful, severe hemorrhoids.
And this all culminates in a symptom with a deeply unsettling name. Dr. Sakamoto refers to it as Medusa's head. The blood flow is so severely obstructed that it reroutes through the superficial veins right on the surface of your abdomen. They engorge and swell outward, looking exactly like the writhing snakes on the head of the mythical monster, Medusa. Listen, if you or someone you love exhibits Medusa's head, vomiting blood, or severe hemorrhoids tied to liver issues, it means cirrhosis is at an extremely advanced critical stage. You need emergency medical care immediately.
Okay, let's take a collective breath. Part 5, The New Hope, Regenerative Medicine.
I know that was scary, but the escalation of cirrhosis absolutely does not have to be your destiny. We are moving from fear to empowerment now. Seriously, do not ignore those everyday symptoms like unexplained fatigue or mild swelling. Be vigilant. Seeking early medical intervention is quite literally life-saving. And thankfully, science is moving fast. There are incredible new treatments out there today that go way beyond just managing the pain or delaying the inevitable.
Which brings us to this massive breakthrough, regenerative medicine. Instead of just treating the symptoms, this cutting-edge therapy actually utilizes your body's very own stem cells. By harnessing those cells, doctors can help actively restore liver function, repair damaged tissues, and actually work to halt the progression of cirrhosis entirely. It offers a way to actively heal the liver with a significantly lower physical burden on you compared to traditional, highly invasive treatments. It is a true beacon of scientific hope.
So I want to leave you with this one final vital question. Is your liver crying in silence? We've seen the timeline, we've seen the 7 signs, from the subtle fatigue to those wild physical anomalies. Your body has a built-in alarm system, you just have to be willing to listen to it. Stop brushing off that lingering exhaustion. Stop blaming it all on age. Get tested, know your numbers, and take control of your health before the silent organ decides to start screaming. Thanks for joining me for today's Explainer, and stay curious.